Wagwan,
Yes.
brethren. Great
Yeah,
to have you
yeah, yeah.
here. How
That make you an official yardie.
All right. Yes, exactly. Exactly. How badly damaged are the southwestern parts of Jamaica? What is the top need that you've seen from people there right now?
But first, thanks for sharing the platform. And the main thing I want to say is my heart goes out to the two people who lost their lives yesterday. Trying to render aid to Jamaica. I heard that they made a couple of trips throughout the time, and it's really sad. It's dire down there, man. It's the people they're in need, a lot of need. Most of these people you see out there, they have nothing but the shirt on their back, the clothes on their back. It's not just that we need aid, and clothes and food and places like that, but we're also think about what it's going to happen psychologically to some of these children. Like I said, at one point they were playing, and the next time they're in a line or a queue trying to get for food for them tummies. It's psychologically it must be rough on them.
And in some parts of the island, I mean, homes were completely destroyed, even those made of concrete. There were intermittent power issues. So as you speak about the need for aid and some basic resources now, what about the long-term plan to rebuild parts of Jamaica? What needs to happen there?
It was a category 5, and I don't think anybody can really prepare for that. I don't even think the government can prepare for that because it's never been seen before. You know what I mean? I sat to a category 3 with Gilbert, which was massive and did a lot of damage. Category 5 is, catastrophic in some way. And you're right, it knocked down a lot of buildings. The rebuilding effort is going to take years for me, from what I'm seeing. I'm no expert at that, but from what I'm seeing, you're looking at years. You're looking at probably around 5 to 6, 7 years, probably, to get anything back to some sort of normalcy. 70% of the islands is without lights, without electricity and water, running water and internet. We went there and put up a couple of Starlinks, which really helps a lot. Because a lot of people can log on to it, up to 500 people, and at least they can tell their loved ones they're okay. But it is really, really, really rough.
And we're just looking at some of the footage from there as well. A lot of friends of mine are looking for different ways to make sure they raise awareness, to kind of contribute aid. I know that you'll be back in New York City next month for a benefit concert to help with the recovery. Tell us about that and some other relief shows you have coming up to keep Jamaica on people's minds.
Well, first of all, I want to commend all of our artists. They have really showed up. A lot of our Jamaican artists have really, really showed up, and even some international artists have showed up.